women that go out, especially if they're really attractive, are usually 9 times out of 10, or forget 9 times out of 10, 100 times probably out of 100, they're with a group of women. Every now and then you'll get a girl who's solo, who's traveling, or who's broken away from the group for a bit. But most of the time when you approach women, okay, and it comes time to meet women, they're going to be in groups. So I wanted to film a video for you here where I talk about some simple strategies that you can do to approach groups of women, okay? The issue here, okay, and the problem is, and I wrote down some tips for you. I have 1, 2, 3 different types of groups I'm going to talk over. How to approach 2 girls, how to approach 3 or more, and how to approach really large groups of women. I'm going to talk about that here in the video. And like I was saying, the problem that guys suffer is they get nervous, right? They see a big group of girls and it's very intimidating, and like, oh man, I don't want to go in there. It's tougher, and they're waiting. A girl who's solo running to the bathroom is going to get hit on a lot more than a group because guys get intimidated by it. But I don't want you to get intimidated by it because a lot of times it could be a lot easier and you're going to have a better chance than the girl who's in transition walking anyway. So let's break that down for you. Now, the 2 girls, okay, when you see a group of 2 girls, this is my favorite type of approach to do. If you get the opportunity to see 2 girls on their own, that's always going to be your best bet. You can't sit around and wait for them. You can definitely, I've had lots of success with approaching groups and all that. But if you get bigger groups, if you get 2 girls on your own, you definitely can't pass that one up. So when you have 2 girls, what you have to do is you have to address both of them with the approach. It's not your best practice to just go direct and go in on one girl and ignore the other, because the other one's going to get pissed and drag them away. So when I approach 2 girls, I pretty much every time address both of the girls. So I'll come up and say, hi, I'm Joe. I'm being social tonight. Or, hey, I'm Joe. Like, wanted to say hi to you guys. I'll shake her hand. Make sure I get both their names, talk to both of them. An approach I did a couple weeks ago was 2 girls. We were out at dinner. I walked home. I said hello, and they said hi. And I said, are you guys visiting or are you local? Because I was traveling. And they go, oh, we're local. And I was like, I'm Joe. And I shook both of their hands. I addressed both of them. Make sure that any of those approaches I just gave you are gold, by the way, so you can write those down. They're simple. They work really awesome. Make sure that you address both girls, okay? If you have a wingman to come in, that's awesome. Eventually, you could shift your attention onto one that you like more. The other one will get it, but by then she'll know you're cool. She'll feel comfortable with you, and maybe she'll go get a drink, or maybe she'll talk to another guy, and she'll be a little bit cooler with you talking to her friend. But you have to give her respect and address her first. That's very key when talking to 2 girls, okay? Now, 3 or more, okay, when you're talking to 3 or more girls, you can address the group. You can do exactly what I said with the group of 2. You can approach both of them. But what you could also do, you have another option now when you have 3 or more girls, is you can talk to and you can approach 1 girl first, okay? If there's a group of 3 girls here, you can very easily tap one in the shoulder, say, hi, I'm Joe, introduce yourself, or whatever it may be. Any of the approaches I gave you, you can easily talk to 1 first. And the reason you can do that easily when you have 3 is because if you're talking to 1, then the 2 can talk to each other. Okay, that's the thing. That's a great part about groups of 3 or more, is if you're talking to 1, the other ones you have a wing woman, right? That other one can talk to her friend and keep her occupied while you're talking to the one. So that's a very good thing. Now, a mistake that you can make, this can work out, but it's not always the best practice. A lot of times what guys will do is they'll see a group of 3 or more girls. They'll see a girl that they really want to talk to, and they'll beeline for the really attractive girl and just go right for her. And what will happen a lot of times is if you beeline for the most attractive girl and you're being real shallow, just going for that one, you'll alienate the other girls, and a lot of times they'll be like, oh, she's getting hit on again. Here we go. No one's talking to us, and they'll pull the girl away. So what I tell you is just approach the girl who's closest to you, whether you're attracted to her or not. What you could do is be nice, be friendly with her, and say, oh, are these your friends? Introduce me. So that's a big thing I like to do. There's 3 girls next to me. I'll introduce myself to one. Hey, what's up? What are you guys celebrating today? Okay, cool. You guys been here before, whatever. I'll be like, are these your friends? She goes, oh yeah. I'll be like, introduce me. And then she'll introduce you to her 2 friends. And now as you talk to the group for a second, you can even maneuver or position yourself and just move right to the side and just say to the girl, what was your name again? Shake her hand, and now you could start a one-on-one conversation with the girl that you wanted to talk to, right, in the first place. But now the group has seen that you're cool. They've seen you're normal, right? You've given them a little bit of attention. You've smiled. Dude, I can't tell you how far you can get by just smiling and shaking a girl's hand. Now, I don't believe in the old school stuff anymore like I used to, where like you have to talk to the whole group for 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is and win them over. I believe your energy is best spent on the girl you want to talk to. But that being said, something as simple as a smile and a handshake and just addressing her friends. And if you're a normal guy, you got to be a normal, cool guy. I mean, you can't be a total weirdo, but just something as simple as just smiling and shaking a girl's hand will neutralize her friends and have them be open to letting you hit on and talk to their other friend, okay? So you could definitely approach one, like I said, anyone in the group at some point, ask them to introduce, smile, shake their hands, and then now at any point, what was your name again? Start a one-on-one conversation with the girl you want to talk to in the first place. So that works really well. Now let's talk about large groups of women, okay? You can use both of the strategies for the 2 and the 3, but large groups I have on here is, I like to ask kind of a big question to the group, okay? I'll definitely do that. If I see a big group of women, I'll be like, all right, what are we celebrating, right? Maybe it's a bachelorette party, or maybe they're coming from out of town, or maybe they work together, or how does everybody know each other? And I'll kind of ask the group that question, and they'll kind of tell me, and okay, and I may introduce to a few, but pretty quickly, if it's too big of a group, I'm not gonna herd them like cattle and address them too much. I'll introduce to somebody next to me and start a simple one-on-one conversation, right? If it's the girl I like, then I'm good, right? But if it's not, I'll say, how do you know him, them, or this one? I'll be like, what's that girl's name? And she'll say Veronica. And then I'll be like, Veronica, and maybe I'll call her over, or I'll talk to her or something like that. Let me think of a story which is pretty awesome. I met this girl in Las Vegas who was gorgeous, so beautiful. I saw her from like 100 feet away, and she was there with a big group, like about 6 or 7 people. And I walked up to the group. What are you guys celebrating? Hey, and I introduced to a few. We chatted for a bit, and like she heard me. We talked for a second. I'm just talking to her friends who are close to me. A couple friends here. The other ones were talking amongst themselves. We're chatting for a few, and then I addressed her a bit. Chatted with the friends. After we talked for a minute or two or whatever, I told the girl. I tapped her and I said, hey, and I said, come here for a second. And we kind of just backed away from the group for a minute. I said, just so you know, your friends are awesome. I thought you guys are cool. I said, but I came over here to talk to you. I thought you're totally my type. And I want to get to know you a little bit. She was very flattered, and we chatted for a while. Things went super well, right? But the thing was, I went in, I was fun, I had a good energy, just asked the group a simple question, talked to the couple friends for a second, but then made sure that I eventually turned my attention to the one that I wanted to talk to. That's a big mistake guys make with these groups. They don't either tell the girl to come over to you or pull her aside for a second, or just maneuver, just walk right over to the side, shake her hand again. What was your name again? And just start the conversation, man. You have to adjust these groups, and you have to form them to what you want. I can't tell you how many times, like even I'm on boot camps, and I will see, this is the funniest thing when I'm teaching a boot camp. One student approaches 2 girls, okay? And there's one he's obviously into, all right? And there's one he's not that into, but he's just talking to them, right? And then I send another student in who I'm like, hey, give him, be a wingman, head in over there, and, get warmed up and talk to these girls with him. So the student will come in and be like, and he'll come in on this side and be like, hey, what's up, man? And he's like, hey, what's going on? And they'll start chatting, but now he came in on the wrong side, didn't know, and now he's talking to the girl that this guy liked. And now this guy's got moved just a little bit to the side, and now he's talking to that girl. And then you'll see the original guy gets kind of upset or like a little sad. Not upset, he usually gets like a little sad, and he's like, oh, and he starts talking to the girl, and he starts like peeking back over to the other girl, and he's like, oh man, this guy came in, and now he's talking to my girl, and this and that. Dude, it's so simple. All you do is you talk for a second in that position, and you say, oh, here, come over here for a second, or here, let me squeeze by here, and you just move your buddy over or move one of the girls over and just stand next to your girl and just start talking to her again. That's it, man. Like, it's so simple. Just move yourself, walk across 2 feet, move your buddy over, move the girl over, and just put yourself in the spot where you want to be. Once your buddy sees you make that move and he gets, oh, this is the girl that he wanted to talk to, he'll just switch over and talk to the other girl, man. Like, it's so simple. You have to just adjust these things for what you want. And yeah, that's what I had for that. So don't be afraid of approaching groups, man. Go in and talk to groups of women. Say hi to one, say hi to the group. I give you a lot of strategies and a lot of great approaches you can use there. Start a normal conversation and make sure that when you have one you like, or sometimes, they're all cute and whatever, and I don't know who I like yet, I may talk to the whole group, and then when I start to click with one and we have a little vibe or good energy, then I'll just position myself over there and start talking to her, man. That's all you got to do. So don't complicate it. Have fun, enjoy your time out, and approach groups of women.